welcome to this APR Stage 2 Audi S4. This is my bud Mike. He has been generous enough to bring this car along. He's a local fan, so like him, if you've got anything fun to drive, let me know. But I just took this out for Winding Road magazine and I am thrilled. So let me share with you what this is capable of. We recently drove Eli of Ignition Tube's S4 and he has just tuned it, but we haven't done the tune yet. It's just like a stage 1 software thing. This has Supercharger Pulley. It's definitely lowered, right? You're on springs?
Yep, sitting on H&R OE Sport Springs.
Okay, and this car is woke. I mean, seriously, this is a game changer. The thing, my big gripe about the Audi S4 the last time I drove one is that it really falls off at the top end. This car, not only did it improve the mid-range, which was already delicious and goopy and ready to go. Oh, it's just a Mustang. I don't know why. I was looking at that. I'm like, ooh, Bentley. Like I saw those lights for a second. But the top end of this car is now completely transformed. So let's go bomb it around some windy roads on the winter setup, no less. And we've got a manual, which is very exciting. Normally these cars are DSG. There's very few people that actually option these out as a manual. You've got a short shift kit, which is not too short. I find a lot of folks do that. They go with these crazy short kits and they make it really difficult to actually drive the car because you're just trying to find a gate, where this is good. Rev matching, pretty intuitive. I've been driving the car for maybe 15 minutes and you know, I'm a little clunky with it right now, but I can see that it's not over the top strange. Pulls hard to redline, stock brakes. More impressed with these than I am with Eli's. So Eli, you got to go step up your brake game. This steering wheel is a little over the top, but it's fun because I got a lot of places to put my fingers and it's got a flat bottom, so I know that I'm in something special. Kind of reminds me of the Huracan. Do you have like rear sway bar in this or anything?
Yeah, there's an H&R Rear Sway, which tightened it up pretty good.
Yeah, so that's the thing. This is pretty impressive for, you know, a big heavy car. I'm feeling balanced. I like it. Got some slow folks enjoying themselves up the hill. One should not call attention to thyself. Yeah, that rear sway makes a big difference. Got all these revs up top. You know, I don't have a high red line, but I don't need to go too crazy. Like I can just bury it. Steering's fantastic too, because I can actually feel everything going on. Yeah, you know what? My whole opinion of the S4 has changed from this car, because up until now, I thought the S4 is the daily driver. The S4 is the car that you just use to get around and do your daily grocery shopping and all that junk. And the M3 is the car that you use to go canyon carving. If you put a sticky set of tires on this, and I don't know what your summer setup is, I'd imagine you're running like Pilot Super Sports. Oh. This thing is a beast, and this thing is like a total sleeper, because if I were coming up on you on the highway, I would honestly be like, oh, I'm gonna trash this guy. I'm gonna go trash this guy. And as long as you've got the legs to shift this thing, you're gone. Yeah. This is quick. And I can get on throttle so early coming out of a corner because I've got all-wheel drive. And a lot of you folks hate all-wheel drive. I'm someone who's not like the biggest proponent, because I like the fun and tossability and sidewaysness of a rear-wheel drive car, but you know, this kind of has that GTI characteristic where there's a little touch of liftoff oversteer if you really wanted to play with it and get that tail to wiggle. But this is now kind of the jack of all trades. This is impressive. I didn't expect to like this car. You know, people come to me and they're like, oh, you want to drive this? And I say yes to everything. I say yes to everything, and I keep all my reservations to myself until I've driven something. I'm at 2,500 RPM right now. I can get into it, and we're off. I mean, I'm not fighting for revs, and although it's still, you know, it's a 7,000 RPM redline, it's not low, and
you can push through that with the tune.
Yeah, exactly, and that's a beautiful thing. And this Southbend, it's a stage 2 clutch.
Stage 2, yeah.
You may notice that I drove the car in like the standard mode, that's the dynamic mode. The reason I did that was because you know, for me, I like a less sensitive throttle, so that way I can feed it more accurately through corners. So don't freak out. We had all the power. It's just all that does is sharpen up steering and throttle response, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't want to hear any of that. Thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you're curious about what's going on in this car, like I said, check the description below. Ask any questions. I'm sure Mike will be patrolling the comment section for both positive and negatives. Don't forget to respect the drive. Dude, this is great. This is great. I'm really into this car. I'm surprised I'm into this car.